vibrant call for one and all to give their all in this sanctuary where dreams ignite. Music's power burning bright. Rockin' interviews, stories shared, chill hangouts, no time spared. From soulful whispers to a roaring sound, music unites on hallowed ground. Glick house of music, a place to be for every heart, wild and free. Music's embrace, forever strong, a symphony of life all night long.
What's going on, everybody? Long time no see. Sorry for the hiatus. Sorry for the little breaky break. But welcome to Tuesday night. Welcome to Glick's House of Music. I put the Glick in Glick's House of Music. I am Glick. If you're not already, go ahead and check out the rest of the network. We got shows all week long. Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok. Don't forget live shows on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. And you can listen anytime, any place, wherever you listen to podcasts at. We are on all of them podcasting platforms, all at the Nonsensical Network. Or you can simply go to bio.lake/Nonsensical Network. It's scrolling down there at the bottom of the screen. You guys know the drill. Give us a like, give us a follow, give us a share. And if you'd be so kind, just like our shit because we're pretty awesome, okay? And don't forget, 9 out of 10 grannies do approve. So, and real quick before I bring my guest up, huge thank you and shout out to everybody who listens and supports us. For those of you who don't know already, and like I said, we're going to talk about it all week. Why? Because we're happy and this is huge. We are top podcasters in Ohio. We, out of top 100, we ranked in number 5, which is awesome because in the top 10, we were the only non-Buckeye related podcast in the mix. So suck it, Ohio State. Nonsensical Nonsense is, our Nonsensical Network is here and we're making all kinds of noise around Ohio. But we got our good friend, Mr. Derek Wayne Douglas, joining us tonight. You guys know him from Sundays, hanging out, talking sports. You also know him as the Nonsensical Network lawyer. And obviously, he's been doing very well because he's been playing a lot of golf this summer. So we're keeping him busy and keeping him paid.
Yeah.
What's going on with you, man?
Oh, man, chilling. I'm checking my message. Okay, I was making sure. Just in case that the homie got that link.
Nice.
Not just summer stuff, just like everybody else, man. It's hot.
Yeah. Kids are home, doing the summer thing, keeping the kids from being bored, all that fun jazz, putting out a ass ton of new music, man. I can't even keep up with you with the amount of music you're putting out.
Yeah, it happens like that sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, because I kind of went on I started working on some music, but I like the songs, and I have some songs that I haven't put out as well, but it was just something about it. I'm like, nah, it could be better. It could be better, you know? And then, so I don't know, one thing led to another. And then there was like a week and a half, I just made a bunch of songs. And I was like, just in the zone. I was like, bang, 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 just making these songs. And so I've been releasing like those 6 or so songs or whatever it is, you know what I mean, the last month or so. Yeah.
And you can tell I'm out of practice and I haven't done this show in a minute because usually I start the show with music from our guests. So we'll find a way to play some music tonight.
Yeah.
We'll get some of that because we have been playing the new music across the board.
Right.
You know, on the different shows and stuff like that. We have been playing it. Actually, not too long ago, I came on here and I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna play music because I don't have a guest.
Yeah.
It's summertime, man, and it's hard to book musicians because it's festival season, it's concert
Right,
season,
right,
and
right. Yeah.
a lot of them are super busy. Um,
Right.
so it's just like, damn, what am I gonna do with this show? so, so,
Yeah.
but
Um,
I knew I wanted to reach out to you for a hot minute and get you to come up here because you were putting out some, you put out a lot of new music in a very short period of time.
yeah. I appreciate that you saying that. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I feel like I'm not doing enough. You know.
Hey, like I said,
Uh,
I couldn't keep up with it. And you're still kind of playing around with a lot of different things. You're doing a little bit of country. You're still doing
yeah.
a little bit of hip hop, a little bit of hip
Yeah.
hop country combination. Like you're still kind
Yeah,
of
I got one right now. I almost sent it to you. I just ain't, perfected it yet. Like I'm mixing it myself. I'm trying to
okay.
save myself some money from paying my homie to mix it because he's amazing and he makes the songs sound amazing. Well, that money I could save, on some songs, not all songs. I'm still going to send, I want him to work on them, but some of the songs I know how to do the stuff.
Yeah,
And so I could do it myself and then use some of that money to pay to promote some things instead,
there you go.
since I've
Yeah,
already
we were
got
just.
songs that he did mix,
Mhm.
so like I can take a couple songs I can mix myself, and then use that money that I saved from paying him, you know. I hate to do that. I wish I could just pay him to just do it all the time,
Yeah.
but I mean I could, but I feel like some better use of some of my money would be to promote my music a little more.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And sometimes we've talked about it here with the different shows, about promoting some things and pushing some things, and then it's just like, we'll just let it do its own thing naturally, and whatever happens happens at the end of the day. Um, but I mean, you've been getting some traction um, on your new music. I mean, you've gotten looks like well over 10,000 streams on your most
Hmm.
recent 5 or 6 songs. So I mean, you're getting some traction. That's got to
Yeah.
be a nice positive swing.
Yeah, nah, it's definitely really cool. I'm like, that's cool. Um, I just, trying to keep the ball rolling though, because I've had some moments before where I got up to like on Spotify. That's what I mainly pay attention on because that's where I listen to my music.
Mhm.
And I should be paying attention to all of it, but at the same time, I'm like, man, if I could just get it going a little bit on one of them, then I'll branch out to
Yeah.
other things. I'm not a music manager, marketer, like that's not what I do. I
I'm
just,
just a guy
I
who
just,
makes good music.
yeah. Well, I like to think it's good, and I'm glad you think it's good. And there are some other people that think it's good, so that's cool.
I mean, you seem to get some love on the social medias. I've seen that you get some love. Don't see
Yeah,
too much hate, but
here and
yeah,
there, and then it's like it's hit and miss too, because like I'll pop a reel on Instagram, which goes to Facebook, and a lot of times I get love on Facebook because I got friends and family that I actually
yeah,
know, and they support me, and so then I go to like TikTok and YouTube, and TikTok usually don't show me no love no matter what. I don't know what I be doing wrong on
yeah,
TikTok, but they don't show me no love, man. They gave one of my videos one time like up to like I think 1,000, and that was like
yeah.
it. And so I don't even care anymore with TikTok. I still load stuff on there every once in a while, because I'm like whatever.
You got
Who
to
knows?
you got to do some shirtless videos, man. You got to take your shirt off. You
I
know.
know. I need to do something like you was lip singing them country songs. You know what I'm saying? Like I need to be on there doing that. I ain't gonna lie. I thought about it. I thought about it when I seen
Yeah.
you. You know what I mean? I was like, shoot, I go on here. I love some of them old country songs like that.
Yeah, man.
I was like, I'll go on here and could do the same thing. But and then YouTube is like I'll post a video and get 2 views, or I'll post a video and get 3 or 400. And then for a minute there, like it was about a month ago, man, there was like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, bro. They had me like doing like almost 1,000 or over 1,000 on some of my, my reels or shorts or whatever it is on there. And for me, it was really great. I got like some good comments and things like that. So I was like, that's cool. And then they quit. And then they were like, all right, we don't like you anymore. I was like, all right. Yeah.
Well, it's tough, we'll do the podcast related stuff, and there'll be, like you said, man, some videos, a couple hundred views, if that, whatever. Then you might have that one video that's just incredibly, something that we think is super funny and something that we're super proud of just falls on its face, and then something just stupid that took no effort to do will get 3,000 views or something like that. And it's just like,
and that's my problem too, man, is like I don't know how to pick other stuff. Like certain people will make music and they'll pick like a certain part of the song, and it might not be like a fixed part of the song. And by that I mean, like, how a song's got like a hook, then a verse, then a hook. All right, so and then like a bridge or something, So maybe they don't play the hook and the verse, or just the verse and the hook. They'll do like a part of each.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like it'll be like one or two lines. Yeah, there'll be like one or two lines of the hook or a couple lines from the verse on there, and then like that's it. Or something like that. They do certain little things, and I just don't know the parts of my songs that are those parts. I listen to them and I go, man, I'm just gonna spit the verse or the hook or something and record myself. Like
I mean,
whatever.
It's your song. You pick those parts. That's the great thing about it being your music, is you can.
Yeah. Well, I wish I had somebody though that was better at it. I wish I knew somebody that was like, hey man, this part is the part you should do. I'd be like, oh, okay, cool, I'll do it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'll do that part, but so I don't know how that worked. And I mean that would be like learning a whole nother skill, and I'm like, man, I'm learning so many skills now. Like I don't want to be the guy doing all those skilled work.
Right.
I just want to create music, and I would like it to be, shared around the world.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of the boat I was in when I first started doing this podcast, and it was like everything was on me, and I didn't know how to do anything, because I'm like, yeah, I'm going to start a podcast. I got a microphone, I got a camera, I got a laptop. Let's go.
Yeah.
Didn't think about any of the editing, the audio,
right,
promotion, social, just like fuck it, And then it was like, as I go and I learn, it's like, why am I the only one doing all this crap? Now I got Blaze in here with me. And Blaze is like, I'll handle this part of it. You do this part of it. And I'm like, hell yeah. Okay. Blaze knows what he's doing over there.
Yeah. That's what you need, man. And, to build a team is really cool,
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't been fortunate enough to have a team, man. Like, people, but also, at my age, like people are just, man, they do what they want to do. They got families and stuff. They're like, man, I'm not going to dedicate myself to promoting this 43-year-old guy rapping and singing country songs in R&B.
This 43-year-old.
And then tell my wife to take me seriously, like when I tell her I'm going over here and we're working on this stuff.
43-year-old white guy sounds country as hell rapping. Yeah,
who plays golf? You know what I mean? Who plays golf? I'm just out here looking corny as hell, but then I'm like on the rap song, like, "Try me, what's up, homie?" People are like, "Yeah, right, get out of here."
Yeah, okay, buddy.
Yeah,
calm down.
Yeah, I'm like, well, I just am who I am. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
you gotta, like you said, you were talking backstage. You gotta find some young guy, some young college kid that knows how to do all that shit and just like
and either work out something business wise to pay him, or I would like to meet one man that's like, man, I like your music. You know what I'm saying? I'd like to help you out. I know how
Yeah.
to tweak all this SEO and all this information. I'd be like, man, let's go, run it.
Yeah.
Let's run. Let's
Cares,
work.
yeah. Yeah. Make
Let's
it
work.
happen. Make the algorithm work in my favor. Get me on the social media.
Man, that
'cause-
would be great, man. Because
yeah.
like figuring all that stuff out, man, it's not for me. Like I guess I'm lazy or something, man. But I just don't want to. I don't want to post reels. First of all, I'm only making reels because I want people to listen to my music. I don't really even want to be making reels. I would make like music videos, but anyway, I'm making the reels to try to promote the music. And they want you to take the reels and then you got to go in and watch the information and see, okay, people are falling off at this second, and then you go to that second and you're like, okay, I got to do something different at 7 seconds. So at 7 seconds I change the scene and I do this, I do my Superman, and then in 9 seconds I do this, you know what I mean? And I'm like, bro, I'm just not doing all that. And so if I'm not gonna be successful because I'm not doing that, I would rather find somebody that could coach me in those ways or whatever. Like, hey, and I could be like, all right, cool, man, let's run it.
Yeah, because that's basically what we do. I mean, sometimes that's all it is just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks.
I know, really, man.
But sometimes it's the most.
But then you end up
hits.
But then sometimes you end up with just a wall full of shit.
This is true too.
And then like, damn, it's stinking here. Like, what the hell? So it'd be nice to have a team of people, around too. Like somebody could be like, hey man, don't throw that shit at the wall. It probably won't stick. You feel me? And I can be like, all right, cool. We'll leave this.
You just need that one extra voice. That's Blaze and I, man. We run shit back and forth between each other all the time. And then sometimes we're both in agreement and it winds up just slamming down the wall. Other times, we're like, Blaze will be like, yo, Glick, that's not a good idea, man. Let's tweak it a little bit. Right. Or vice versa. Yeah, man, you got it. Sometimes you just gotta have it.
I know this is a little off subject, but when we do the football stuff again, I think we could come up with some like segment things too. You know what I'm talking about? Because y'all was talking about something else that y'all did. And it was something to do, I can't remember what it was called, but it was something I didn't know about. And y'all was explaining it to me, but obviously I forgot. You know what I mean? But it was like a segment kind of thing y'all was talking about.
Yeah, speaking of tweaking stuff, I was definitely planning on tweaking the Sunday show a little bit. Once we, I think we're all kind of in agreement that, we'll come back next Sunday or next football season. We'll be back.
Keep it for football, you know what I mean, up to the draft, from draft until football season, you know what I'm saying? I think is good. I mean, to be, off anyway.
Yeah.
Like after the draft, we, a week or so after the draft, there's some news going on there for a while. And then, but anyway, that's just my thoughts. But anyhow.
We'll definitely get together and brainstorm before we
let's do that.
Strong. We'll hash out some things because I know I'm excited to come back for the sports show. I've already got the football bug.
Who did that song for the beginning of this?
I did.
That you played at the beginning.
AI did. But I did the lyrics. It was AI.
I thought it was AI, bro. I didn't think it was really AI. I thought it was like, it sounded like it was just regular music. But then I was like, man, I wonder if this could be AI though. Because I was like, that's wild, bro. That's so wild. How'd you do that? Like what AI?
So I don't remember which one I used, but I wrote probably about 90% of the lyrics. And then the song generated, and then the song was made, and then I actually sent it to Blaze, and Blaze did the video for it.
Yeah. I want to know, man. You gotta send me that. What up, Sunday Night Smoke?
What up, Smoke? Drop that link so everybody can follow you, brother. You're always shouting this out. Y'all go check out Sunday Night Smoke. Go show them some love. The NTS over there doing their thing all damn day Saturdays.
That's it.
Still waiting on my hoodie. No, I'm just yeah. Go give Smoke some love, man. Drop that link in there, brother.
Yeah, don't forget, man. I don't want to forget too. At some point, like afterwards, man, you tell me what you use to do that song because I want to toy around. I got some ideas for some stuff, and I want to toy around with some of that. And I just yeah. All right, cool.
I did the AI for that.
And what do you like? Pick voices? You like pick voices?
You pick like the genre. You pick
that's cool. That's cool. I like it.
I actually did.
And then it just makes up like some everything.
Yeah, so I'll let you listen to this. So we'll switch over. I actually did all the lyrics for this one. This is my son and I do the wrestling show, and this is his intro. But it's done with AI. We just want to put the beat over.
Yo, check the mic, 1, 2, you know the name. Cassius corner stepping in the wrestling game. From bell to SmackDown, be raw. We breaking down holes, breaking every law. Championship dreams, the struggle and the strife. We talking victories and the cuts of the knife. Every suplex, every pin, every broken hole. Stories of the ring, stories yet untold.
Bruh, who wrote this? This is wild, bro.
We analyze the scene. Who's taking the title? Who's the wrestling king? Defeats and triumphs. We lay it on the.
Yeah, that's just a little snippet of.
Bro, that's wild, man.
I was sitting here drunk one night playing with not gonna lie, playing with the AI music, and I was just writing down lyrics and shit. I was trying to come up with an intro for Cash's song or Cash's show and this show and stuff because we kept getting popped with copyright.
Right.
And so I was just sitting here one night and just jotted down. It just started jotting notes down and started typing it in, and then I ran it through Gemini to edit any of my grammar mistakes or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, let's see how it sounds. And then I played around with a couple different genres of music and all that stuff. Like I said, I'm no musician by no means. I'm not a songwriter by no means. Just sometimes I get ideas that pop into my head, and
man. Now this one was cool, but man, the wrestling one that was busting.
Got you, brother. Yeah. This one was just like this one I just threw together in like 5 minutes. It was like a rush job, and I was like, "Fuck it, I like it." And then I hit Blaze up. I was like, "Hey, do you think you could put a video to this?" And he's like, "When do you need it?" I was like, "I don't know, like 2 hours."
Yeah. Shoot, I could do that, man. I just go on Canva, pull the music in, throw some, you know what I mean, little stuff in there. I mean, if you need something fast, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
the cool thing about it was Blaze did a great job kind of throwing the live concert with the band and it's pretty close to being synced up spot on. I mean, I gotta give him props.
It was cool. I just like the AI song was crazy. I was like, that's wild. And then I'm gonna see, when I get an idea at some point in time, I was gonna maybe make you like a version of an intro song for something, you know what I mean, and just send it to you. And then if it's something you like, you feel me, maybe you use it, or if you don't, just we won't ever talk about it again.
Like it never happened. No, man.
Right. Just what email? What email?
Who? Derek? Who? Never heard of that
guy.
Hold on.
Yeah.
No.
What's Adobe Express for?
That's what Blaze uses.
For what?
For all of his editing and everything he does.
On what, like some video?
Video. What do you use Adobe for? Video, promo pictures, everything, I think.
Oh, that's cool. I use Canva just because it's like super simple, and like I have some other program. I forget what it's called because I'm on a Mac computer. But it's just so complicated. I'm being lazy. I don't want to learn I don't want to learn that shit. So I just go on Canva and I'm like, okay, I got you instead of Canva. That's what's up.
Yeah. You
You
just
know,
want somebody else
Canva,
to do it for you.
yeah, Canva done added a new thing. They got an AI on there. And so you could go to like make something. Yeah, you can just type in some information, bro, and they'll just make you an image. I think it'll do like a little video and stuff. Like you could just describe stuff. But I don't know. I've only done it a couple of times for like artwork. And like, dude, I've been super lazy lately too, man. Like the artwork I've been doing for the music, just I'm like, bro, I don't even care. I was like, pull something up and put some word, put the title on there, and I was like, it's cool. It looked corny as hell. But I was like, who cares? I was like, ain't nobody looking anyway. If they listening to the music, they listen to the music. They don't care about that.
Yeah, they don't care about anything else. There you go.
Right.
The chat.
And they definitely don't care about it. Like back in the day, your artwork was like, really meant something with the music, and now it's like nobody cares.
Well, yeah, we've talked about that. Blaze and I have talked about that because every once in a while, if I don't have a guest, Blaze and I do what we call Glick and Blaze's mixtape, and we just talk music and play some songs and from various artists that's been here. And we talked about that because you remember you could go back in the day, man. You'd go and you'd buy an album or a CD, and you wanted to be able to flip it open and read. You'd get little behind the scenes information about.
Yeah, it would talk about who made that. It would be like people who did stuff on the album. Like you could see, like the drummer and things like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And nowadays, nobody buys CDs anymore. Nobody buys. Well, I mean, unless you're old, like
some people are buying like records. You know what I mean? Right now, they keep records alive.
I want to get my record player fixed as soon as I have the money because I've got a bunch of vinyls. And it's cool to go into the vintage music stores and thumb through the crates of vinyl and find some classics. And there's a lot of artists that are new artists that are putting out records. They're putting out vinyl again. So you can even get some of your new stuff on vinyl. So, but yeah, I mean, nobody's really doing that anymore. So, like you said, the cover art itself actually doesn't even matter at the end of the day.
That's what I'm saying. And like, you used to be able to like, even show some artwork of your song like online, and people would look at it, like it stuff. And now, like, nobody cares unless you're moving and talking or doing something, and changing scenes, like I was talking about earlier, every 5 seconds. If you're not like doing anything like that, people just don't care. They're not going to wait around to see you singing a song,
Yeah, exactly.
They're like, nope. Nope.
Attention spans, ladies and gentlemen. We don't have them anymore.
Yeah.
So, where's the content? What's keeping my attention? That's what I said, man. You gotta take your shirt off or something. Take your shirt off and go play golf.
I too, man. I'm not a bad looking guy. You know what I mean? I work out a little bit, and I could definitely probably pull some attention. But I'm one of them people too, though. Like if I was doing something like that, I would feel embarrassed. Like I'd be all like with my shirt off, like, yeah, what's up, and I'd be like, nah, that's just not me. That's not something I would do in real life.
Yeah, I clearly have no shame whatsoever. So
right.
I'm just like,
that's a good thing though. I just, unfortunately I suffer from, worrying about other people's opinions too much. And
I mean, I think that's where my mentality changed was. I just stopped caring what people think at the end of the day.
I have more and more, like the older I get, but hell, by the time I'm ready to do whatever it takes, I'll be too old. You hear me? I'll be too old. I'll be 71, spitting like I'll be dropping rhymes. You know what I mean? All the time. People will be like, "Man, get your old ass out of here." You know what I mean? Ain't it bedtime? You need a glass of warm milk.
Well, I mean, you got those two. Have you seen those two English guys that rap? They're like
I seen them guys. I was thinking about that. I was like, that'll be me. But the thing is look, that won't be cool anymore by the time I get there. You feel me? Because like, look, there was a long time ago, man. It was like it's almost 20 years ago now. You know what I mean? Between 15 and 20 years ago, I was already doing some country rap stuff, but nobody cared. Nobody was listening to it then. It wasn't cool. And then it got cool a couple years ago. You feel me? And then I'm like, oh man, I could be me. I could just do my thing. And then it's like, well, now you got to stand out. And I'm like, well, when I did stand out, nobody cared.
Yeah, exactly. Now you're just, it's a dime a dozen.
I'm just another. I'm just, I'm just, exactly. So whatever.
Speaking of you rapping, I do want to. Typically, I haven't been taking breaks, but since I didn't get to play music at the beginning, I want to play one of your new songs, and then we might have a surprise for you guys later on. If Derek wants me to, send it over to him. Speaking of you rapping, I gotta know because I love this fucking song, and when I first time I heard it, I was like, "You lying."
Oh man, I like that song a lot too, bro. I started that song a year ago, over a year ago. It was at the beginning of last year. I was almost gonna put it on that album I put out last year, but I didn't have the song finished yet, and I didn't. I wasn't sure if I wanted to put out a song, talking shit about somebody. It's real life. Like, it's like real life, man. I'm talking about somebody, and like people who know me know who I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I was asking you was who the hell pissed in your Wheaties? And you don't have to put any names out there. But
I won't. Out of respect and just, I don't want to, give them any limelight anyway either. You feel me? But like it's just somebody who's an asshole. He got some problems. He need to, to work on himself. We all need to work on ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. And we just have gone separate ways, and I've known this person since elementary school, and it is what it is.
And if he's listening, you know who you are, and that's all that matters.
Right. Yeah. But I don't even want to. Let's not even go down that road. But that song, man, is I enjoy that song a lot, man. And that's why I was saying I talked to Stephen Herman Jr. There's another guy, man. He do music, man. You need to holler at him if you haven't had him on. Stephen Herman Jr. He'll come on here, man. I'm gonna send you his info. I got his. Stephen Herman Jr. PH and Stevens. Stephen Herman Jr. And and then he was like had some other stuff going on, so it never really fleshed out. And so then I talked to 501 Bryce, the kid that's in like Arizona, I think, or Arkansas, or something like Arizona or Arkansas, I forget. And he was gonna get on it, and I was like, all right, cool, that'll be cool, man, because I liked it, what he had going on. Like I said, and this was last year, and so then all of a sudden he started like blowing up, and then I didn't hear from him. I heard from him a couple times. He did a couple of things to the song and sent it to me, and like we had a couple of communications, and the next thing you know, he was out of there, and I was like, all right, I don't blame him. He probably like 22 years old. You know what I'm saying? He's like, man, I ain't got time for this old man. But anyway, so the song just ended up taking a little while, just a long way around of me saying that I had that song in the pocket for a long time, and I finally wrote another verse to it and decided to put it out. And plus, I didn't know if I wanted to put that side of myself out there. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm like, man, I'm trying to be positive and, and things, and talk about real life things, but this is real life.
Yeah, it's real life.
And I do get pissed off, and I do want to punch somebody in the face sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, so I put it out.
It's only human. You gotta let them know your gangster's still strong.
Right, you know what I mean? Like I'm not even trying to be, but it is
Yeah.
like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like you don't know me, man, and where I come from. I know I look like this cornball golf playing 43-year-old white dude, and that is all facts. Those are all facts. But you don't know where I come from, man, what I've been through and
Mhm.
you know, and what it's made,
Yeah.
you know, some of the things that still linger in my
Mhm.
personality
Nah,
from the past.
I heard that. I
So
heard
yeah,
that,
yeah, that's
man.
cool. I'm glad you like that song though, man. That's cool. My wife likes that song a lot, and I as well like that song, so that's cool.
Hell yeah. Well, what we'll do, we'll take a real quick little break,
All
and
right, that's perfect. Am I not gonna be on
and
screen either?
no, you're
All right,
just not
cool,
gonna
because I want to go grab something real quick while you do that. And I know
yeah.
exactly how long the song is, so I know how long I got.
Cool. Hit the timer now. Yeah, so we we've been talking about it. Like I said, I love this song. First time I heard it, man, I was like, "Oh shit, Derek's a little bit got a little gangster left in him."
Yeah. Let's go. Exactly.
I got to talk to this man about this song because I got to know what
Yeah.
the story is behind it. So
Yeah. Look. Yeah, and we can talk more about it afterwards. I'll talk some,
yeah,
some of it. I don't want to get too heated either.
yeah.
I get mad. Yeah.
Just in case things pop off. So
Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna play one of Derek's newer songs, "You Lying," and we'll be right back here in just a few minutes.
I bet.
You know, sometimes people mistake your kindness for weakness. And I'm a nice guy and all, but I get pissed off too. Keep trying me, boy. Yeah. You done lost your mind, cross that line, but done lost your time, boy. Big boss, I shine. I ain't got to floss, I done sauce these lines, boy. Everybody know you lying, boy. So what you lying for? Yeah, everybody know you lying, boy. I see the fear behind your eyes, hear the shake inside your breath. All that barking for respect, but you ain't built for what come next. I've been solid from the jump, every move is set in stone. You been switching, you been tripping, you ain't built to hold your own. So quit the capping, quit the yapping, I ain't one to play along. You been acting like a savage, but your vibe ain't really strong. Try to push me, try to test me, but I promise you ain't ready. If I pull up, it's a problem, better have that pressure steady. I don't need 100 deep, solo when I handle beef. Ain't no cap inside my speech, every word I say is teeth. Bite down, lock jaw, boy you sweet as rock candy. Acting savage on the mic, in real life you ain't manly. Miss me with that rah-rah, you ain't bout no drama. Say my name and I'ma pull up quicker than a comma. I ain't gotta prove a thing, my presence bring you trauma. Leave them shook with the hook like Ali in his prime. You done lost your mind, off that line, but done lost your time, boy. Big boss, I shine, I ain't gotta floss, I done sauce these lines, boy. Everybody know you lying, boy. Yeah, what you lying for? Yeah, everybody know you lying, boy. Don't get mossed, I'm in my prime, I think you lost. Can I help you find amazing grace, save the faith, cause everybody know you lying, boy. Everybody know you lying, boy. So what you lying for? Yeah, everybody know you lying, boy. Keep blowing smoke, hoping I choke, but no I don't, boy. Here go this rope, put it around your throat, just know I won't, boy. Gave you enough to hang yourself, take it with your bruh, say yourself. I just came to help, thought you could change yourself, and now I see the feeling can't be felt. Climb, ain't nobody hold you down, boy. Get loud all over town, but I don't hear no sound, boy. Shh. I'm trying to hear this coward talking, running his mouth, but legs broke cause he don't never walk it. My 4x4 keep it swinging, from all that mud you been slanging. What's all that stuff you been singing? When I call you bluff, who you blaming? Who rolling up what they claiming? Who swollen up for this banging? Let's go toe to toe, but who hanging? You know blow for blow, I'm too dangerous. I'm fanning, who standing? Throw bowling balls like a candy. Understand it, you can't stand it. Try to throw me off, but I'm landing. And I ain't the quickest, and I ain't the slickest, and I ain't the biggest, but know that I'm with it, I'm fully committed. Yeah, you can come get it, just know I'm the illest. You done lost your mind, cross that line, but done lost your time, boy. Big boss, I shine, I ain't gotta floss, I done sauce these lines, boy. Everybody know you lying, boy. Yeah, what you lying for? Yeah, everybody know you lying, boy. Don't get mossed, I'm in my prime, I think you lost, can I help you find amazing grace, save the faith, cause everybody know you lying, boy. Everybody know you lying, boy. So what you lying for? Yeah, everybody know you lying, boy.
Ooh, my man, mad as hell.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. Welcome
All
back
right,
to Glick House
all
of
right.
Music, everybody. If you're not already, go ahead and check us out everywhere. bio.link/nonsensical network. And if you're watching live, check out them comments and show my boy Sunday Night Smoke podcast some love. He's got that link down there in the comments as well. Man, that song, I'm gonna tell you what, man, that song damn near became my anthem. These past several few months, man, with people talking shit and creeping and lurking around and everything else. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, damn, all right. I was like, man, I did not see, dude, I did not see that coming from you at all, but I ain't mad at it.
Yeah,
love
I
it.
kind of felt that way too, man, and that's kind of why I had it come out after that song Enough, you
Mhm.
know, because I had it ready before that, but I felt like I'm gonna put out that soft song, you know, that singing song. I was like, I just want to steal you away, your
That's a
midnight
good one,
moon on
of
a
course.
back road chase.
I like that
You know
one.
what I'm saying? And it was like, and I had a little rap verse on it and everything,
Mhm.
and it was, and I really liked that song a lot, you know. And it's a good like poppy type of song, and and I was like, I'm gonna have that come out, and then the You Lying, because nobody will expect that from me. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't putting
Mhm.
nothing out like that. So like I'm glad to hear you say that because yeah, I was hoping people didn't expect that from me.
We did. I think we did. I think Blaze and I debuted it on one of our mixtape shows. So it was the
Yeah.
first time I heard it, and it was just like, oh shit!
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
go.
yeah.
Let's go. My guy is on fire over here. But I ain't mad at it. Now, Enough is another one that I have uploaded that I really like. I use that in some of the promo stuff this week. But you know, on social media, I love that song, man. It's a really good song.
It is a good song, man, and it's crazy because that particular song came from like I heard somebody else's song, and
Mhm.
I was like, man, I was like, I like this. I was like, this is different, and I was like, I like um the difference of how he was doing, like, because I've been like looking for like certain like sound things that I want to do, but sometimes you don't know it till you hear it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And so I heard something. And it wasn't exactly what I was looking for because it was dude being him.
Yeah.
But but I like what he did there. And I was like, I want to do a song like that. You know,
Uh,
obviously not that song, but I want to do my version of something like that.
mhm.
And then that's where that song come from. And originally the instrumental to it was I actually was going through stuff and I was like, what would I sing this to? You know, and I was looking for music to use for it. And I went to my vocal coach and everything and was like, I was just in my training. I was like, look, I got this song, man, I'm working on. I want to see what you could tell me. And I had a totally different instrumentation to it. It was real, like, it was slower. It was, a lot of things. And it was okay. But I was like, something just ain't, I don't know. And then I ran into that instrumental that it ended up being on. And it's like,
Mhm.
and I had to sing it higher pitched. It was faster, more energy, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, this is a little bit outside of what I'm used to doing. I was like, but I
Yeah.
want to do it. I want to do it, and then I did it. And it came out cool, man. Like it's one of my favorite songs. Like I like it a lot. I've gotten a lot of like compliments about that song too. So it's like it's really cool. I feel like how you said I had been doing some music lately,
Mhm.
and I'm not trying to pull my own chain. This is my coming from my wife as well, though. I feel like, man, I've made some really cool songs this summer or leading into this summer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That I like. For me, I feel like are even better songs. Not that my other songs are bad, but I feel like these are like even cooler. Like I'm proud of them. You know what I'm saying? Like
It,
this
sho-
is really cool.
it shows growth as an artist. You know, at the
Right?
end of the day,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
you're starting to kind of uh, find your niche, you find your spot, and you're starting to grow it and putting, and now, I mean, I've been a fan since the first time you come on here, so but maybe in your eyes, in your mind, you're like, okay, now I'm doing better stuff than I did when that album came out, which
right.
But which has been a favorite of ours around here. How I think Chevy Silverado has been a network favorite since you released that song.
Yeah. That one does pretty well for me, and I think the name itself gets me some you know what I mean, some streams or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
But no, man, yeah, you have been putting out, you put out 5 or 6 new songs just leading into the summer.
Yeah, man. I lost count. I got like when you said that too, I was gonna say as well, like it was at one point I was like, man, did I upload that song? You know what I was like, I couldn't remember. I was like, what order am I doing things? Like, what's going on? Has Ron sent me the song back? I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. What's happening right now? What am I doing?
Yeah. And that's the thing too, man, is like I got another one that I'm about to put out that this is gonna be the first one in a long time that I mixed that I'm gonna put out. I almost sent it to you. I probably could still send it to you, you know what I mean? But we'll see. I'll think about it for a minute. But I'm gonna put it out, and then I got a couple country songs that I ain't done yet all the way, and I think I'm gonna wait on those because I think I'm probably in the future, man. Maybe it'll be for beginning of next year or something, or in the sometime next year. Maybe make a country album.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think I'll do a country album just to do it, like as a challenge. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna keep doing what I do. Like I do some singing stuff. Country rap, regular rap, and this other song that I'm about to drop. I mean, it's straight just a rap song. It ain't even got a hook to it. I'm just spitting for like 3 minutes.
Damn.
Yeah. It was just and I was just like, you know what? That's it. That's the song. Whatever. I'm not gonna do anything else to it.
Not gonna stress it too much. Yeah, man. I mean,
I sent it to my homie Alex Whitmore. He put some guitars on there for me and made it cool. So, anyway,
yeah. I'm trying to go back and take a peek here. 6 months ago. Yeah, I mean, going back even so The Way It Go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, it was The Way It Go. There was that Enough, You Lying came out right before that. Dirt Road Redemption. We Ain't Going Downtown. And then I got that one coming out next week. The Reasons Why. And then, like I said, I got this. I basically got a whole EP that I could have put out. Yeah. But then, like after this next song, like I ain't even done nothing. I mean, I've just been chilling. But that's kind of how I do. Like I just live life for a little while. I do some things, and all of a sudden I come in for like 2 weeks, and I'm like, all of a sudden I'm in the zone. I'm like, man, I feel it. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, recording ideas, and
Hell yeah. Yeah, I haven't even got to hear. I haven't even listened to We Ain't Going Downtown yet. I just heard a snippet of it today.
Oh, it's something different, bro. It's like honestly, that song should have been on my album last year. I didn't come up with it until recently, but I feel like it would have fit that album. Like I needed that song on there as like the fun kind of like break it up a little bit more. I had one that was, kind of fun, but this one I like better now. It's more fun, I think. More of a fun song. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. I think that's one of those things that can really set off an album too. If you got that like one song that's just kind of fun. Like Chevy Silverado is kind of like that. It's just a fun song. And
right.
like I said, we've played it a lot across the board on the different
Good.
shows and stuff like that. So, I wish it counted towards streams for you when we played
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's all right.
But if you want to, I do have
People
that song.
Shazam that though sometimes. Like they'll hear it, and I get like emails and stuff that people, like each week it tells me how many times somebody Shazammed one of my songs. You know what I mean?
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah,
that's
so
cool.
it's cool. Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's one way. Yeah, we're just gonna play a couple notes of the song, and then you have to go Shazam
You
it
should
and find out what
get
it
a
is.
logo. You should just get one of their logos that pops up at the bottom and it said like it flashes that says you could just Shazam what you're hearing now or whatever. You feel me?
Yeah.
And then whoever's music you're playing.
Yeah. I want to do more work.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I feel you. I wouldn't be messing with it either. I was like, well, if they do, they do. They don't, they don't.
Look, I'll tell you who sings it. I'll tell you the name of the song. I'll tell you.
Right. It's up to you to go figure out the rest. Right, I feel that.
But don't make me do too much more work.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
No,
You don't use a Stream Deck? You ever seen one? A Stream Deck? Oh man, yeah. We should talk about one of them too, man. You probably like it. Stream Deck is this little box they got different sizes, but let's say you got one that got 6 buttons on it. Okay. And them 6 buttons have like a LED screen too, so it could be a picture in there, so to like remind you of what it does. But you could program the buttons to do whatever you want. You can have them like pull up sites, pull up stuff across the screen whenever you want, prompts. You could be like, you want to go straight to sharing your screen, a certain screen. I mean, whatever. You could just click the button and make it do that. And then I think you can have like pages of stuff. Like even though there's 6 buttons, you could have that 6 multiplied. You know what I mean? Where you could like change the page. And so anyway, I just like I feel like people who like how you're doing on so many podcasts would find that useful. So
that'd be something that probably get me personally into too much trouble because I would have so much random crazy random shit.
Nah, man, you get your homie, man, Blazing, man. You get him to set it up, and then all you got to do is look at it and go bloop, and just push a button. You just go doop, doop, doop. That's it.
Please dumb it down for me.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, but you got the new song coming out. What, Monday? Is that when you said it's coming out?
I think so. Yeah, the 14th. Yeah.
And
yeah,
if you don't mind, because I know you sent it to me earlier, a
Mm-hmm.
little Glick's House of Music exclusive just for our listeners. Whether you're watching live, whether you're watching a replay, or whether you're listening on the podcast platforms, because I will have this episode up no later than tomorrow. So anybody who's listening, talking to you, Ohio, appreciate you making us number 5 in the entire state out of all the podcasts. That's what's up. Sorry, don't mean to toot my own horn, but
nah, that's what's up. Accolades.
Yeah, we'll get some airtime for our guy Derek here in Ohio. People are gonna be like, "Oh, we need you to come to Ohio and do live shows." Derek's like, "Yeah, I don't do live shows."
And I mean, I will. I actually been thinking about putting together a band and doing like 80s and 90s cover song, like country songs, 80s and 90s cover country songs. And then double as me being able to coerce them into playing music for my songs. You know what I mean? Like put together a band and be like, all right, we're going to go do these shows, but you're also going to record music for me, please.
Record music for me.
I mean, that'd be for all of us. I'm just kind of going to be the face, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It'd be like the Dave Grohl. Dave Grohl does everything.
I mean, hell, I might meet somebody else, that sings and stuff, man. And that'd be cool with me too. Like, I just want to write, to be honest.
Yeah,
like,
there you go.
I'd be cool with that.
He's like, I don't even want to be a singer anymore. I don't want to do social media. I
want to play golf. I want to hang out with my wife. You know what I mean? and my family and like, chill and, do stuff like that and, do activities. Like we went to this place the past weekend. It was really cool because where we're at, there's a lot of trails and stuff, and it's called the Blue Hole. And you go down, and I thought we was going to a trail. I showed up
Mhm.
like tennis shoed up, man. I had on like I was geared up like ready for a walk. I had put Vaseline in places I didn't want to get rashes. You feel me? Like I thought we was going on a hike.
Yeah. Well,
And I showed up, man, and we started climbing. It was downhill immediately. I was like, dang, bro, this thing like immediate downhill. And it
yeah.
was like tree roots everywhere. So we were like climbing tree roots on the way down. And then it was these giant steps that were like 2 foot, 2 foot tall steps. I was like, all right, man. So I'm hiking down the Mayan jungle. But anyway, it was really cool. There was a big waterfall thing going. And it had a big, just, I don't know, it was just a big hole, man, of where this water comes through there. And people were just jumping in the water and swimming, hanging out. And some people who were crazy were going up on top of this other rock and jumping like 20 or 30 feet into, and dude, it wasn't that big a space, man. It was like jumping into a hot tub. That was
Oh,
the only
Jesus.
spot big enough for you to be jumping that high into. So you got to jump off of it, and you got to clear a rock that's like 3 feet out right there. I was like, bro, I'm not jumping off that. Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy. But anyhow, I was just saying, like, I'm doing, we're doing stuff like that, man. That's fun. It was really cool. I jumped in the water. The water was like 50 something degrees probably.
Mm.
But on a hot summer day, it
Oh,
felt
it was
really
great.
cool. But
Yeah.
it was also like, I was like, oh look, I gotta get out of here. I don't want to be in here. But it
Yeah.
felt really good and refreshing, so it was cool. And yeah, like I want to be doing stuff like that, not shooting Instagram reels.
Right.
Like online. Everybody know you lying, boy. So you know what I mean? I gotta be on here doing all this. And the thing about it is with the reels, here's the funny thing about it. You got that song, right? And that song, I love it. You know what I mean? It has a certain energy. I'm not usually in that energy. But for me to make the reel, I gotta act. I gotta get into the energy, you feel me, of the song and pretend like I'm mad right now. And I'm
Hey,
like, man, I just don't want to do that.
right there, man. You do that song when you're on the golf course in your golf attire, and
Yeah.
that'll grab people's attention. They're like, wait a damn minute.
A couple of Coors Lights, I'm like, yeah, having a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got
And then, but be like, man, these lyrics do not match this video.
got Tupac Woods over here.
Yeah, that's what I call it. Tupac Woods. There you go.
Yeah, man.
Be like that one football player. I can't remember his name, man. He said, "No, I'm Tiger. Wish he could." He said, "I play golf." He said, "How good in golf you play?" He said, "Man, I ain't say Tiger Woods. He said, I'm Tiger. Wish he could." I can't remember who it was, but it was funny. It was a little video going around.
Nice.
But anyhow, yeah. New music. Yeah, I sent you a song that's coming out Monday. Yeah, I like this song.
Monday.
This is one of those songs too that came together in an odd fashion, like sometimes, man, like I don't come up with the idea for the hook right away. Sometimes I'm just writing words and I'm just rapping. But then I have like a certain vibe of something I'm talking about. So I'm like, okay. And this particular song, I liked it a lot. Oh, matter of fact, I'm lying too. I got another song, man, as well. I got a couple of songs like in the bank that I ain't put out. But I just remembered that because I was just thinking about the way it's going. But I had these verses. And then I'm like, what's the hook gonna be though? And I wasn't thinking of anything that was like made me want to be like, this sounds cool or whatever. Like it's like I could say some simple stuff and then leave the verses to be like the show, you know what I mean? The main show. And then I started singing some words I had wrote down some words of stuff, and then I started singing some words, and it was kind of this crazy, like, probably like, man, I used to listen to these rap groups like Field Mob and is it Dirty Boys when Dirty Boy dropped? I think that's what their name was, Dirty Boys, and things like that. And they especially Field Mob. And so I was like singing in this kind of, I don't know, it was just kind of different, you know what I mean? And I was like, man, I feel like I like it a lot. I'm like, but man, people might think I sound weird. And then I came to my wife and I was like, I played it. Like that's what I do a lot of times. I would either record a voice memo on my phone. Like I'll just have it playing on the speakers and I'll rap to the phone what I have just to see what it sounds like on a voice memo. And sometimes I'll go ahead and just record the vocals, like, you know, scratch tape just to, so I remember how I was saying things, you know, at that time when I come up with it. And I'll just go downstairs and she'll be sitting there watching TV and I just wait until she's done and I go, and I just hit play and hold my phone over there. I'm like, I start playing it and I see what her reaction is. I don't ask her. I'm not like, hey, check this out. I just want to see like an honest reaction, you know, not what, you know. And she was like, oh no, this is really cool. And so I made like a little video of me singing the hook in the studio. You know, I went back in there. I had already done it. And I went back in there and was like, oh, let me pretend like I'm just in here, you know. And I put it out and I got some good feedback from some people. And I was like, all right, cool, man. I'm going to do this song then. And so, yeah. Anyway, I be going on little tangents sometimes.
Hey, I know all about tangents. Trust me.
Yeah.
You know how I get sometimes.
Yeah, I feel you. I guess we all can do that.
Yeah, exactly. Like I never got on an enraged football tangent before or anything.
Oh, true. But everybody can say they've been there, done that. Yeah. I mean,
but yeah. So we got this. Like I said, this is exclusive. Comes out Monday. This is just for you guys. You're gonna have to still see our stupid faces because it's just the audio. But
yeah,
look at our students.
Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot about that part.
But that's okay. That's all right. I got.
I could have sent you my lazy artwork too. I could have sent you. Know what I mean, I've been so lazy on artwork, bro. I just like slapped a picture of myself, bro. Like, and I put a new background in it. You know, like I took AI and was like, man, give me something. You know, and it gave me like a few ideas, and I went, yeah, that'll work. Type some letters in there. I was like, all right.
Make me a Viking riding a unicorn.
Yeah.
A dragon.
Yeah. That'll be the next one. That'll be that next song. Ain't nobody gonna look at it anyway, so.
Yeah, nobody cares. I mean, that would be the one thing that people do look at. They're going to go, what the fuck was he on when he did this?
Yeah.
But that might be the one that catches on and blows up for you.
Let's go.
What's the name of this one? This one is
it's called The Reasons Why.
The Reasons Why. So we're gonna go ahead and hit these buttons and hopefully everything works. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, man. I'll be interested to see what this sounds like.
I've been keeping silent, trying to figure out why. Decipher all the lies so I can see the reasons why. I've been reaching to the sky. I've been keeping silent, trying to figure out why. We gotta read between the lines. Decipher all the lies so I can see the reasons why. Yo, life ain't always easy. I guess by now you know that. Act like you don't believe me, cause you trying not to show that. We looking for that Kodak moment, not to hold back. Look up like where the bros at. But bro, you can't control that. So keep on moving, keep on doing what you doing. They gon' see, but don't just do it just to do it. Truth will always set you free. Just believe, look and see. Peep and see what you receive. Take that seat and proceed to perceive just what it means. Be grateful, thankful, especially when you're playful. Feel like an escape dude. Start to get hateful, just trying to make do. Patience wearing thin, I want it right there and then. And who's carrying in what mirror I've been staring in? Gotta live my own life, play the cards that was dealt. If they won't help me reach the shelf, then hell, I get it myself. Yup, to the last breath until I'm blue in the face. I'ma make every step my best to show you what it takes. I've been reaching to the sky. I've been riding, keeping silent, trying to figure out why. We gotta read between the lines. hate me. Pain never broke me. Storms try to shake me, but faith still holds me. It ain't no easy path when you walking it real, but I lace my boots and I climb that hill for real. Yo, I've been down some dark roads, searching for a spark, yo. Every lesson hard, bro. It left a couple scars, so now I walk with caution, but I never lost the passion. With no map or no compass, I made it through the madness. Yeah, I stumble, yeah, I fall, but I still answer when he call. And even if I lost it all, he'll find a way to wash it off. It's a battle in the mind, I gotta fight it all the time. I see the signs and it redefines what it means to realign. On to the next one, I keep stepping, the weight is heavy. He still a bless me with his lessons. Yes, he lets me give his message from the heavens, and I guess it's best if I just confess my messes. Yes, I've been reaching to the sky, I've been riding, keeping silent, trying to figure out why. We gotta read between the lines, decipher all the lies so I can see the reasons why. I've been reaching to the sky, I've been riding, keeping silent, trying to figure out why. We gotta read between the lines, decipher all the lies so I can see the reasons why.
Yo, we back. We back.
Yeah, we back. Yeah, we're back.
Okay, you played the song.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was coming through.
Yeah,
on
I
YouTube.
couldn't hear it. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, that's cool. So I pulled it up on my computer and started playing it though, so I could be listening. You know what I mean? In the meantime.
Nice. That's crazy. You couldn't. That's weird. You couldn't hear it. But that's what, when you said you couldn't hear it, I was like, oh crap. Let me go check YouTube. So it was coming through loud and clear on YouTube.
Good.
So that's
cool. Yeah.
No, I
all
like
good.
That. I dig that one. I like that
you.
one a lot, man. I like the rapping. I'm a fan of the rapping.
Yeah, me too. I mean, that's really where I come from is rapping. I just so happen to I've always sang, and then my dad sang and my grandfather sang, and I didn't really I sang like other people's songs, messing around.
Yeah.
But never really like, oh, I'm really gonna do this. And then like my dad passed away a few years back, and I was like, man, if I'm ever gonna sing, now's the time. I don't have neither one of them around anymore to sing for me. So now I gotta sing. So
yeah, I was gonna say back when I first the first time you were a guest. Oof, words are hard. I think I was having a stroke. It was the rap. It's Derek's house of music now.
Yeah. Taking over.
But yeah, no, and then I got turned on to some of the singing. I was like, damn, okay, he can sing. He can sing just as well as he can rap, and it's a different sound when you sing. You don't sound like anybody else, and I think that's the cool thing when with your music. But no, I like that, man. You sent that over to me earlier, and I downloaded it onto my phone, and I probably listened to it like 4 or 5 times in a row. I was like, damn, I like this a lot.
I'm not gonna lie, I like the song a lot too. I know I could be biased, but I'm pretty hard on myself. Like I listen to my songs, and like even if I like a song a lot, and then once it comes out, I can tell that I'm like, this song's cool, but I'm kind of over it now. You know what I mean? And then there's other ones that kind of stick around for me for a while, like You Lying, I like a lot, Enough. And then this song right here, like I like a lot. I haven't been listening as much anymore to the We Ain't Going Downtown song, but I really do like that song a lot. It was just like a fun, just kind of something different, because I did like some different little vocal things in the hook, that I thought was like cool and fun, and so I don't know, I like that song too. Anyway,
yeah. No, I feel you, man. I feel you, because there's some episodes of some shows that I really love, and I don't like to go back and listen to episodes over again, like different shows over again, because, like you said, I'm my own worst enemy. I'm my own worst critic, man.
Right.
I will listen to a podcast from beginning to end, and I will pick that son of a bitch apart and critique every little freaking detail about it. But there are some episodes that we've done that I'm really proud of, and I'm like, I'll go back and listen to, or interviews or guests that I've had on, and I'll go back and listen to them randomly. Or if somebody's like, oh, where should I start at? Because in all honesty, our shit's not necessarily, you don't have to listen to it in order.
Right.
Like,
yeah, I got you.
Definitely, if you're going to check out Glick's House of Music, start with like Derek Wayne or Southern Outlaw. If you've got 6 hours to kill, Southern Outlaw. Or any of the times that I've got to hang out with Jules. There's certain episodes that I'm really proud of, and it's just like, yeah, man, those are ones that I can go back and listen to, and so I totally get what you're saying with like the songs. Some songs, man, you're really proud of, and there ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like I'm not one to do that, and like my wife has told me too, like I need to learn how to take compliments, because a lot of times people are like, yeah, what I mean, and I see other people that are like, yeah, because I be dropping fire, son. You know what I mean? Like somebody compliments, they're like, yeah, that's what I do, dog. And I'm just not that person. You feel me? So like I can't be on the comments. I'm like, thank you very much. I appreciate you listening to my music. And I'm not like, yeah, dog, that's what I do, dog. I mean, I'm putting down on the mic. You know what it is.
I'll start jumping in your comments. I'll be that guy for you. I'll be like, that's what he does. Son.
Yeah. You ain't noticed D Wayne. Oh, so
I'll hype you up. You can be all appreciative and all that stuff and humble.
Yeah.
I'll come in there.
I'll thank you as well. I'm like, and thank you, Glick. Thank you so much for saying those words that I mean inside.
I got you, bro. Don't worry. No, I'm the same way. It's hard to. It's hard to. I get what you're saying. Like, it's hard to come across cocky, even though something's good. Like, if you put out a song and it's fucking good, it's hard to be like, yeah, I know, fucker.
Yeah, like I like that. The crazy thing is like, yeah, I know I'm good. You know what I mean? Like I know, but I also know all my stuff ain't fire. It ain't like all hits and nothing either. You feel?
Yeah.
I got a couple of tracks. I feel like, man, if they, they got to the masses, they, would perform well. Mm-hmm. And honestly, for me, the recognition for the skill or talent would be great, outside of anything else. But also, I would like to, get into, writing music with other people.
Yeah.
And being able to then somebody else could go do all the performances and traveling around. You feel me? And I'm just going to hang tight at the studio. Go out and do my family stuff, play golf,
Go hiking,
Yeah, exactly. Go jump in that 50-degree water.
Yeah, no, I think, dude, I would love to. I know you don't want to go down that road, but I would love to see you on stage somewhere at some point in time doing that.
I mean, I do want to do some. I want to do some, but I'm just at a point that, and I don't want this to come off the wrong way, but some people will probably think I'm being an asshole, but I had told my homie Ron this as well. He's the guy I work with that's an engineer, producer, a lot of things, he wears a lot of hats in the audio industry. And dang, I forgot what I was saying. What was we talking about? I started talking about Ron. Going on the road. I was like, I do want to, but I'm also like, I'm at the age where I'm like, I'm not going down the street to hole in the wall club for no reason. You know what I mean? To hope that people are going to turn around and listen to me while they're eating their chicken wings,
Yeah.
Like I'm past that. And and there was a point in time I did that stuff. You know, it was a long time ago. That's a young man's game, and a younger man's game, you know, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, nah, I don't want to do that. But like I go do some shows now in Nashville, but it's because I'm not even really doing shows. I'm actually just featuring with a band that they do some
Mm.
stuff, but we did some music together. And so I'll go up and do like those handful of songs with them. And I enjoy doing it because it's like rapping in front of people, it doesn't bother me at all. Singing in front of people terrifies me. You know what I mean? On a
Oh,
stage.
yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like I could do my own songs though, and it won't bother me, you know,
Yeah.
because it's like I already know that the song sounds cool. I'm just doing it live. So it's cool.
Yeah.
Let's run it. But I also don't have a band. And I'm like, I guess I could just plug up a USB and be playing the instruments and I could just be rapping. I'm like, it
Yeah.
just, you know, it doesn't seem like a very entertaining show. You know, you show up somewhere and you know you see me standing there in my
Man.
polo shirt, fresh off the golf course, and I'm like, all right, check it out, guys. You know, I'm gonna plug up my USB and do some music for y'all.
What
But
the
I
hell
would
is
go
this old
somewhere.
doing?
Yeah, I would go somewhere if I was invited. You know, and that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like I'm invited to go do this music where they're already doing music. And if I was going somewhere where it was like some people that they're like, hey, we like your music. There's some music going on here. They're gonna be doing some live
Mhm.
stuff. We'd like it if you came and did some stuff. I'd be like, yeah, man, I would go do that. I
Yeah,
would
man.
love to do that. I'm not necessarily chasing, running around doing all that. But
You
although,
know,
man, you know, that was always the dream.
yeah.
It's just, you know, and I would still do it. You know, I definitely would. Don't get me wrong. Like I would take blowing up over the next year or two, but I just want it for about 1 to 2 years. That's it. Give me a good year. You know what I mean? Like a good solid 10 songs or so that like are popping. Let me do my thing, and then I can just kind of fall back and I can take my notoriety and I can use that to open doors that weren't open before. You feel me? Where
Yeah.
I could write with
Mhm.
some other people, work with some other musicians and things like that. And then that would be great. That's how I would like to, you know, like
Yeah.
spend my life doing my family stuff, doing some golf, and making music with people that you know that would be heard by a lot of people, be enjoyed by a lot of people. That'd be cool.
Mhm. Be that quote unquote the guy behind the curtain.
Yeah, it'd be
You
cool.
know.
One of
Yeah.
them anyway. I'll be one of
Yeah.
the guys behind the curtain. There's a lot of guys that go unseen, you know?
Yeah.
Like people hear a dope song and they're like, oh yeah, they're like, this guy, man, this guy's so hot. And I'm like, he is. I'm not trying to take that away from him either. But man, it was like 15 other people behind all that. You
Yeah.
know,
Well, I
it
mean, yeah. I mean, you look at how many hit songs like Chris Stapleton wrote, or
right.
even Chris Brown, or
Yeah.
Pharrell Williams. I mean,
Yeah.
these are popular musicians and singers and artists, but look at how many hit like #1 hit songs that they wrote
Yeah.
and won awards for, and are making serious money just hanging back, doing their thing, doing what they
Yeah,
love.
and that's what I like about it is like that's what I enjoy doing the most is in the
Mhm.
studio coming up with creative music. And then I do like playing music in places to see what people's reactions are, you know, as well.
Yeah.
Um I don't know where that would fit in. I guess like listening parties, people have listening parties or whatever. But anyway, yeah, being able to just make the music on that in that realm, you know, in that perspective of just being in the studio with other talented people coming
Mhm.
up with things and kind of like we were talking about earlier, throwing shit at a wall and see what sticks. It's fun when you're in the studio, you know.
I
Yeah.
mean, 'cause that's essentially what those writing sessions are all about. You're just,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
just, hey, let's
Because I
be like a
mean,
bunch of.
everybody could play something and come up with something that sounds kind of catchy, but it's like, well, what are you saying? What are you talking about? Where's it start? Where's
Mhm.
it going? How's it end? You know, all of those parts. And are you going to spend that much time? Like, is the idea fun enough or entertaining enough? You know what I'm saying? To
Mhm.
not only make a song to keep someone else's attention, it's about keeping your own attention. Like, am I enjoying making this song? Do I want to take it through these ebbs and flows and make this whole thing? Or
Yeah.
do I have this idea that's kind of like, it's an idea here, but I don't really feel like doing all the rest. And
Yeah,
you know what I'm
exactly.
saying? Yeah.
So with that being said, let me ask you something, because I know you do write some songs that come from real life experience. They come from I think like what Dirt Road Redemption is based off of, obviously You Lying. How would you feel about somebody else singing your story?
And part of me is like, nah, I don't like that. You know what I mean? I'm like, nah, bro, I gotta tell this story. I'm like, people need to know, like, I'm the one who experienced, I'm the one who's lived this life. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. That's my pride. But I'd be all right though. That's kind of why I feel like, I'm like, part of me is like, yeah, I definitely want that 1 or 2 years so I could be like, hey, look, this is me. Like this is me, y'all. Like real life. But and be able to then sit back and do the behind the scenes. But I could do behind the scenes and have somebody else doing my music. It wouldn't bother me. That's why I was saying earlier too about I want to do a band. I've been thinking about doing a band, starting a band around here, meet some people, and doing like 80s and 90s country cover songs, maybe some early 2000 stuff, and then making some music together.
Yeah, because you can always there's a band up here, and I know they're pretty popular. They're pretty big. They're north of Nashville.
Yeah,
is the name of the band, and they do a lot of covers, but they also sprinkle in some of their own original stuff as well.
Right.
At a live show, which is something that I've noticed. The more that I've gotten out to see live music, the local scene, is that a lot of these artists they do their own, they do the covers and whatnot, but then they sprinkle in 3 or 4 of their own original songs as well.
Yeah, I'd like to do something like that, kind of surprise the people, because I'd be in there doing some of that country that I grew up on, and then be like, man, hey, how would y'all feel? What if we did an original, something a little different, and then I bust out like, I could have been a cowboy. You know what I'm saying? Like, do something different where I start rapping in the middle of it. They're gonna be like, man, what the hell is this?
You've done 5 or 6 80s or 90s country songs. Hey, it's time for original, and you just start doing
everybody know you lying, boy. Like just start getting hype on them. Be like right in the crowd, like, yeah. It'd be like the people in the front, man, just trying to enjoy a beer. Yeah. That would that'd be crazy.
Just kind of change the game up on it, and then go right back into those 80s and 90s country songs.
And then go back and be like, Amarillo by morning.
What's happening here?
Right. But what I was getting at too though is like be with the band and everything, and then if I was like, maybe I meet somebody that's in the music who could sing as well.
Yeah.
And then, man, I'll be like, maybe you sing this song, like things like that. And then I could still, that wouldn't bother me, It wouldn't bother me at all if it was something like that.
And the fun thing with doing like that, a band like that, is that you could do those local spots, especially, in the summertime. Those little local
dude, they got a thing.
Pubs.
Yeah, they got a thing going on here. They do in the middle of town, bro. It's called Fridays at 5. And it's dope. They got some shade. They got a band that be coming down there like each week, that sits down there for like 3 hours. They do like 3 45-minute sessions, I think, or something like that. The last one we've seen a couple of good bands there. I'm like, man, I'd like to do it, and see what happens. And then, speaking on stuff like that, something I'm going to do to try to boost and do some promotion is my wife and her friend, they're in real estate. I mean, I'm in real estate as well, but they're more constantly real estate. So they do real estate, and they they had a booth at the fair last year, and they
Oh,
did
yeah.
like they bought like a Yeti bag and whatnot. And was like, hey, you know, we get your name and number. You can for an entry to win this for free.
Mhm. Yeah.
You feel me?
Mhm.
And so it was leads. They was getting leads, you know, to talk to people about, you know, buying homes,
Mhm.
refinancing, whatever. So I want to go down there and rent one of them booths and get people to enter. I'm gonna have some prizes, and all they got to do is go follow me on Spotify and
Yeah.
Instagram. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
bro, I could see 1,000 people a day down there. I'm like, man, for a free
Exactly.
chance to win something, and who knows who I might run into that might, you know, like the music. Hit them with a card. You feel me? They can find the music, and I think
Yeah.
it'll be, you know, it doesn't cost so much that it's not worth it. I think it'd be really worth it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you get that get yourself out there. You could have some of your music in the background. You know, you keep it
That's
like.
exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have my music playing, and then
Mhm.
I ought to get some merchandise. I've been thinking about doing some merchandise too. You know,
Oh yeah.
I just don't really have like a logo. You feel me? I'm like, I need to make me a logo. You know,
Yeah.
that I can put on stuff. But it ain't like nobody gonna know what it is. Ain't nobody gonna see it and be like, oh yeah, that's Derek Wayne Douglas. That's Derek Wayne.
Derek Wayne.
Derek Wayne right there.
old DWD over there.
Man, old Darkwing Duck. Let's get dangerous.
Yeah. No. Well, eventually, I will be doing our merch. So I
Yeah,
would say you will know a guy that can do things for you. I just have
yeah.
to
I've
get
come up
everything
with
set up.
I've come up with some ideas of stuff, man. Like when I'm on Canva, and I basically I don't even want to. I have a couple of sayings that I'm gonna
Mhm.
use that I like. I'll come up with like I tell. Sometimes I'll be telling a story about people, and I'm like, you know, some people get to tripping about something, you know, like say you say something to somebody, like I like say I bring something to your attention. I'm like, hey,
Mhm.
Glick, man, you know, you've been doing this, this, and this, man. You know, it kind of pissed me off. And then you're like, man, you
Hey, go
know,
fuck
fuck
yourself,
you,
buddy.
man. Yeah, yeah, you know. And I'm like, hold up, though. You know, like you did do this thing. Damn, I forgot why I was even telling you this.
You said you had a saying.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And so then I would tell people sometimes, like, if you don't like the truth, change it.
Yeah.
So, like, if I'm telling you something that's true and you're just like, hey, go fuck yourself, you know what I mean? But what I'm saying is true, I'm
Yeah.
like, what? Like, that, like, I'm like, you know what I mean? If you don't, and then you're mad at me. And so that's my thing is, I'm like, well, if you don't like the truth, change it. You
Yeah,
know, that's
exactly.
I can't do nothing else about the truth. Like, the truth is the truth. So so I have like a couple of different like sayings of things I've said that I would make, but I also just want to use stuff that's already like, you know, popular. Like people be like
Yeah.
faith over fear, and I could just have a
Yeah.
shirt that says faith over fear, Derek Wayne. You know, down at the
Derek
bottom. Yeah, Derek Wayne down there at the bottom. Just real quick, just throw my little face at the bottom, Derek Wayne. You know, a little profile pic. Oh man.
uh, no, yeah,
Uh,
hey man, I feel you on that. No, we do that. We've got some sayings like the whole words are hard thing. That came out of us first starting doing me
yeah,
first starting doing podcasting and not
right.
being able to put my words together or fucking shit up. And it was just like, God, words are hard, and it's stuck around the last 4 years. I mean, it goes with every show. Words are hard, or we've got some other ones on there that we use, like the 9 out of 10 grannies approve. That just came out of nowhere, but we use it every
Yeah,
show.
yeah,
So,
yeah. And that's what I'm saying. You could put stuff like that on a shirt. You feel me?
mhm.
Like, and you know, you're rocking and rolling. You got some
Yeah,
merch,
exactly. Hmm.
and you get some people to buy some stuff. Like, yeah, that's what I want to get to as well. You know, I just want enough. You know, if there was some people out there that I like right now, if I made some merchandise, I don't think I might sell it to some family. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I got like a stepmom that'll be like, yeah, I'll buy a hoodie, you know, and for $35.
Yeah. That's kind of the boat we're in. It's like, yeah, we're going to do merchandise, but the only ones buying it are ourselves.
All right, we're the ones wearing it. Yeah, I feel you, man. Hey, whatever.
You know, I've got a couple hoodies. I've got a couple of hoodies in there, and I've got one from, I think it's a Nonsensical Nonsense hoodie, and I always say at the end of every show, be good or be good at it. And it's on the back of it, and every time I wear it, people are like, "Oh man, that's what is that? That's a cool hoodie. What's it say on the back? Hell yeah, that's awesome. What is that?" I'm like, "Well, it's my podcast network. You should check it out." You know?
Yeah.
What is it? So I can find it on my phone real quick. So even that, I mean, even if it is just family members, your wife or the kids or whatever.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I was just thinking just now. I was like, man, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna get me some shirts and hoodies, man. Just say Derek Wayne.
Derek Wayne.
And just just Derek Wayne. You know, nobody will know. Or nobody will even pay attention. You know, somebody will look like Derek Wayne. What the hell does that mean?
Yeah, I mean,
this dude just got a shirt on with his name on
it. Yeah, what up, Wally? Yeah, no, that's what James Lucas does. I've got one of James Lucas' shirts. We did like the NFL jersey swap. When I went to see him live, I took him a Glick's House of Music shirt. And
he got some cool music too.
Yeah, he does, man. He's a busy guy. He's a busy guy like you are, man. I can't keep up with either one of you. With the rate that you guys putting music out.
Yeah.
Behavior, our lawyer will handle it.
That's right. I object.
But all his shirts it just says James Luker, and then below it is like the J and L is like connected. I mean, it's nothing flashy, nothing fancy.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give me a DW Derek Wayne.
Yeah, there you go. Put a QR
on
the hoodie.
Put a QR code on it. Exactly.
Yep.
That's what I got on my business cards. I got some business cards, man. I went to CMA Fest and was passing out cards. I was walking up here. I was like, "Hey, man, you look like somebody who would listen to somebody's music." What do you think?
You look like somebody that would listen to music.
Yeah, you down here at CMA Fest. I'm gonna use your line, man. I'm gonna go like, "Hey, man, listen, 9 out of 10 Grammys approved." You know, like straight up. And people will be like, "Oh, really? Huh? All right." And they won't even think about it.
Yeah, there'll be no thought about it at all. Oh, I don't.
Yeah, they'll just hear 9 out of 10 and Grammys, and that's it. Mm-hmm. That's good enough for them. I think that'll work, bro.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make a shirt. I'm gonna make a shirt that says, because you're gonna make some. I'm gonna make my own just to be funny. It says the same thing. I'm gonna put 9 out of 10 Grammys approved, but Derek Wayne at the bottom. Derek Wayne. I'm gonna have your Sam. I'm gonna put my name at the bottom of the shirt.
Yeah, here you go. There's a little promo that Blaze did.
There you go. That should be on a T-shirt.
9 out of 10 Grammys approved. Derek Wayne.
Oh my God!
I'll see somebody and go, hold on that damn minute.
Derek Wayne.
Yeah, man. No, like I said, logos are a piece of cake. I mean, I threw mine together for this one, and pretty much all the shows that I've done the logos. Blaze did a logo for his show. Blaze does a lot of really good work too. So logos are easy, man. But having that merch, having that connection to somebody, we're gonna try to do all ours in house. And there's a company that you can send them any picture, and they'll make vinyls and stuff. And I've talked about doing Blaze and I have talked about doing stickers. I would like to get stickers, Nonsensical Network stickers with our QR code on it, and just throw them bitches up in random ass places like bar restrooms or at the park or McDonald's or some shit. Just throw them up on the wall somewhere, like in a bathroom stall or some weird shit, and just see what happens. I've seen
Yeah,
a lot of
I
people.
thought about doing stuff like that too. Like, you ever been to like places and you go into the bathroom at venues and like you go take a piss or whatever, and they got
Mhm.
advertisements right there.
Yeah.
On the wall. I was like, man, I'd have put my face right there, bro. QR code. Like you taking a piss, like fuck it, man. Let me see what this dude talking about. I just need something cool, catchy. You know what I mean? On the video or on the pic. I mean,
Yeah. That's that's what I want to see when I'm taking a piss. Is your face staring back at me?
you do, bro. Trust me, you do.
I was in there taking a piss, and this Derek Wayne guy was staring into my soul. But I clicked the QR code. He's got good music.
Pro song, second draft. Maybe I could get one of them ones, man. I could get it put in there. I just bought one for my wife. I don't know, was it Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, something like that.
Mhm.
And it's just like a little square, and it's a magnet you can stick on your fridge, but you can load a song into it, and it'll play the song. But it's very
Oh, okay,
skinny,
cool.
you know what I mean? And you have to like recharge it every once in a while, but it's a magnet. It goes on the fridge. I could put a magnet in there, and it'll have my song on it, so you could just hit the little button, and it'll start playing my music, and have a QR code in the picture.
Yeah. I mean, you just go into the bathroom and all you hear is your music. Why are you lying? What?
Oh, dude, that would be like, yeah, real aggressive. And be like, dang, man, I just had to take a piss, bro. Like,
I didn't need
got,
to get yelled
I
at
got
by
all
this
serious
guy.
on me. Yeah, I got all serious on me. Like, what the hell? Is this the reply button? Hey, look, I don't know if you'll be able to or not. Let me do this.
What's that?
I just sent you an email, man. I figure if you want to, there's a song I'm working on right now. And I put like a little mix on it. I don't know if I'm gonna use it or not. And it's that one I was telling you about that I don't know what's going on with it yet, but
Okay.
I want to put it out, and you could play it if you want to, and
Let me
then we could
see.
probably like wrap things up soon or something. I probably need to get to bed.
Yeah. I was just looking at that. We'll get ready and wrap up. Let me see if I can.
I don't have to, but I'd like to.
I would like to say that I'm going to go to bed, but I know that's a lie.
Yeah, I might not go to bed for a few minutes at least, man. I usually fall asleep around 11 o'clock.
Excuse me.
Except for on Friday and Saturday. Sometimes on Friday and Saturday, I go to bed then. But a lot of times I like to stay up, man, play a little Call of Duty. Did you get the email? No.
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm over
okay.
here. I'm pushing buttons and doing things. See if it works. So I tried to. I was like, yeah, I got it downloaded on my phone. The other song. I was like, I'll just upload it right from my phone. But so when you upload from your phone compared to your laptop, it's weird. You can only use. Is this a video or is this just audio?
It's just audio.
Okay. Okay, looks like it's uploaded. So like you can the files are bigger on your phone than what they actually are when you upload them onto your laptop. So it won't let me upload them to StreamYard. So then I had to come home and then I had to like take it from my files on my phone, and I should have just emailed it to myself now that I see that this is better and easier. But I sent it to like WhatsApp, and then it was on WhatsApp, and it was sounding all kinds of crazy and shit. But I saved it to my laptop, and I uploaded it, and it played perfect. So,
all right, good. I'm glad it played perfect. I couldn't hear it, but I'm glad it played perfect.
Right.
Let me know when you play this one, because I know if I ain't gonna be able to hear it, I'm gonna play it for myself in the background though, just so I'm like, on the same page.
So this is Road Song.
It's called Road Song. Yeah, that's just a draft of a song that I want to put out, and I probably will at some point. But I've got a couple of songs like this that are sitting in the works where I'm like, I'm just making sure there ain't nothing else that I want to like add to it or something. You feel me? Or I want to do differently.
Yeah, before you drop that final cut on it.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cue it up. And guys, you got your ear holes on. Whether you're watching live or you're listening to the replay or you're listening on a podcast platform, if you can drop a comment and let us know what you think of this one here, and I will relay all comments.
It's just like a straight, like I said, straightforward, just rapping for 3 minutes. So
I will direct all comments to Derek Wayne, and if you put some bullshit in there, I will direct you to the "You Lying" song.
I changed. You see, I changed my title for now. I had tightened up. I just put "Follow me on Instagram."
Yeah. Speaking of, I think I still have that. Maybe I should still have it because I had it from the football show.
What's that?
Put it up everywhere. Your Instagram.
My Instagram or something? Oh, okay, yeah. Well, it's just Derek Wayne Douglas.
I thought I had it in the.
I need to change it to just Derek Wayne.
Dark Wayne.
Dirk Wayne. Dirk Wayne.
It sounds so country, and then you come up on stage rapping.
Oh, I know.
God, I can't fucking type to save my life.
I'm a chicken pecker.
So am I.
When it comes to time, I'm like,
I've gotten faster since I started doing the podcasting, but I'm still a pecker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Dirk Wayne Douglas.
Dirk Wayne Douglas.
Just like that.
At Dirk Wayne.
Dirk Wayne. All right, let's take a listen to
a road
it's
song.
A draft. It's a road song.
Yeah, draft, a road song. So this is definitely a big time exclusive.
All right. Yeah.
I think I like the other song better. But this song's cool too, though. This song's cool too, but I like the other song, so I don't want people to get their hopes up.
This is trash. You suck.
Yeah, you garbage. The hell's this?
All right, let's go ahead and cue it up and give it a listen. Just straight rapping.
Give it a whirl. Yeah.
Here we go. Let me know if you can hear it.
All right.
Yeah, this is just my road song.
Are you playing it?
I'm praying that you hold on.
Okay, I can't hear it. I'm gonna play it for myself.
Yo, I'm just getting started into my daily departed. Yeah, this is for the broken hearted, those who grew up starving in bricked up apartments with dreams of living in the garden where the grass stay green and the pain don't show. When the rent pass due and the heat don't blow. Used to dream in silence. Now I speak out loud, from my face in the crowd to the talk of the town. Took the long route, yeah, the scenic way. It ain't no shortcuts though when you're paving your lane. Got a wife who believes in a pen that bleeds. Every bar's a prayer, every line is a seed. Planted deep in the cracks where the light don't shine. But I'm proof that a road still grows in time. They said time don't wait, so I made it mine. I had to lose myself just to realign. Some friends ain't follow, they never came back. Some lost to the bottom, others caught in a trap. I seen good hearts break and bad men cry, and I prayed through the pain with my hands to the sky. Yeah, I been down bad, but I never lay flat. Just kept a notebook close and my soul intact. Took losses in silence, learned lessons in pain. Now I cherish the storm for the growth it became. Every wrinkle on my face got a story to tell. Other nights I was praying I make it out of hell. 43 and I'm charged like I'm fresh out the gate. Make no mistake, I don't break, and this ain't for the faint. This ain't luck, this is faith, cause my God's so strong. This is all that you can't turn into a song. I'm proof it can fall and still rise like the sun. Cause it ain't where you start, how far have you come? Now I'm walking with grace, but I still got edge. From the block to the booth, I'm living on a ledge. Every scar's a stripe, every verse is a win. It's the season I bloom, not the age I begin. I do this for the dreamers who never got through. For that young of me staring out that broke down view. For the ones still trapped in that 9 to never, who just needed a sign that it might get better. Now every word I spit is a piece of my soul, and I'm giving it all, cause you never too old. So if you out there thinking that your time done passed, let my voice be the spark that lights your path. Yeah, this just my road song. I'm praying that you hold on. When everything goes wrong, God, I know you got it cause you so strong. Yeah, this just my road song. I'm praying that you hold on. When everything goes wrong, God, I know you got it cause you so strong. God, I know you got it.
All right.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I say fucking finalize that shit and drop it, man. I like that.
Yeah. I'm just making sure, man, that it sound good enough and that, you know, I want to because man, I mix the song and I'm like, dang man, I know if I send it to Ron, it could sound just so much better. But I'm like, golly, man, I gotta spend the money on it. And I'm trying to spend some money promoting.
Yeah, but that's one of those songs that's it's real, it's raw, it's gritty, man.
Right.
Like it's like it doesn't have to have that
flair.
That expert mix on it or anything else.
Yeah.
I dig the whole sound. I dig the song, man. Like fucking hell yeah, drop that shit.
All right, cool. I'm gonna make some artwork. I'm gonna get it uploaded.
The artwork. Derek in full Viking gear, riding a unicorn, fighting.
I'm like, yeah, what up, bro? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do one like that. You know,
is he throwing up gang signs?
Pieced up A-Town down. You know what I'm saying? I'll make a mean one. I'll be like, yeah, I'm tough. You know what I mean? Like, what's up, bro? Like, what? You know,
all on the golf course. You gotta do it all on the golf course.
All real. I have my golf clubs like crossed up, you know what I mean, in the front, and I'll be like, you know what I'm saying? It's real talk, homie. You know what I'm saying? Like I have a 9-iron. I'll be doing this on the green. You feel me?
You feel me?
Oh shit!
Kick him while he's down.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get it uploaded. I'm gonna make some artwork. I'm gonna make some AI artwork. I'm just gonna go to AI on Canva and I'm gonna give it something, and whatever it comes up with, that's just what I'm gonna use.
Whatever
I don't care what it is. I don't care if it looks like a Picasso painting. I'm just gonna put Road Song on it. Dirk Wayne. Yeah.
Old DW, Darkwing Duck over here.
Yeah, a little Dirk Wayne. Yeah, I put a little Darkwing Duck logo up in the corner.
There you go.
Nah, but that's cool. That's what's up. I'm glad my wife liked the song too, and I was like, all right, man, it's cool. I want to put it out, so I've been kind of.
And that's the cool thing. Like you said, I like how you just surprise her and kind of assault her ear holes with your music without warning, because you know she's your wife. She's going to give you her honest opinion, her honest reaction, and you know,
right.
She's I mean, I don't think she's going to be.
Well, she can't lie about it. Her body language and everything, she can't lie. When I just show up and I go, bang, you're unprepared. Like, listen, like, here it is. Yep, this is what I just did. I'm looking at you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm looking at you right now. So you can't lie to me afterwards. You know, like I could tell if you're feeling it or not, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know if she'd lie to you or not. I mean, that's other things, right? When you're doing like any form of entertainment, if your significant other's around and whatnot, you're gonna get that real raw reaction. And
Well, look, I did that other song. You said the one you ain't heard yet, the We Ain't Going Downtown, because that just came out like last week, I think. And it was just like a fun. I made that song. That's the quickest I made a song in a long time, man. It was like bang bang, you know, because it was just something fun, simple, easy. And when I first made it, before I recorded it, about motorsports, yeah, I'll see. I'll check it out. I might be able to make something about motorsports. Go real fast and turn left. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I know motorsports is more than that. I'm just kidding. Damn, I forgot what I was saying though. What was I talking about?
You're talking about the new song. How it was the fastest song you ever did.
Oh, that other one, yeah, We Ain't Going Downtown. When I first took it to her, I didn't actually have like the recorded idea. I did like a voice. I had my voice thing, and I recorded. I just had the speaker playing the music, and I just recorded vocals. You know what I'm saying, on my phone.
Yeah.
And then I do that a lot of times to test out a song because I know it'll sound like shit on there. But if it sounds like it's a good idea on there, then I know that, you know what I mean, it's probably gonna sound good when I record it. And so I took that to her and I started playing it. She was like, well, because it had a couple of different things. And I was like, nah, trust me, it's gonna be cool. Trust me. And then I recorded it, and then she's like, yeah, you was right.
Yeah.
So I don't always listen to her opinion. Sometimes I'm like, nah, this sounds good. I don't care what you think. I'm doing this. I'm putting this out.
I don't tell you how to sell houses. You don't tell me.
Yeah, I do this. I thought I told you this is what I do. You know what I mean?
I'm Derek Wayne.
Yeah, I'm Derek Wayne. What? You know what I'm saying? If you don't like the truth, change it. Oh, for real. But anyway, man, yeah, it's cool letting her listen to stuff, and she does support me, but she will be honest. She's honest with me.
Yeah.
Like, she'll tell me, like, you know, certain things, and she tries to help me with singing too. She's like, oh man, just let loose and sing, because I don't always let myself let loose. Sometimes I get real rigid, you know what I mean, when I'm singing, because I'm like trying to do it. I'm like, I'm trying to like make it sound good, and it's like, man, I just naturally, my voice sounds good singing, just let it go.
Yeah, man. That's sometimes, I mean, she's not wrong. Sometimes it's just what you got to do. You just gotta, you know, we're human beings, and we're all guilty of overthinking from time to time.
Yeah.
You know, and
it's a big thing for me.
And I used to be that same way doing these shows. When I first did the first couple episodes of this show, man, I was in my head and I was overthinking it, and then I was like, listen to the advice of a couple people, and I knew how I wanted this show to go, and it was just like, dude, just let go. What happens at the end of the day.
Right.
You know, I think that's the best advice, even like for singers or rappers. You know, you got it. Just get out of your head and just do it. You know? Like Nike says, just do it.
Yeah.
But no, man, it's always a pleasure hanging out with you. You know, you're my boy. I got nothing but love for you, man. I'm glad you were able to pop up here tonight. It was kind of short notice. I was thinking in a couple of weeks, and he's like, yeah, I can do it tomorrow night. Hell with it. Let's do it.
Yeah, man. I like I said, man, I've been a lot of things going on. I have been really busy, and it just so happened I didn't have anything going, you know, today or tonight. And I was like, and I'm about to, like I said, do this golf tournament, and then we're going out of town for a week, and then we're going to Nashville again for a while to finish something. So I'm like be really busy again. I was like, yeah, I mean, I'll jump on now. I was like, no sense in waiting. Let's do it right now.
Let's do it right now. Yeah. No, I do appreciate you, brother. You know, I do appreciate you, man. You know, I got nothing but love for you. Football season's right around the corner. We'll be back doing our thing on Sundays.
Yeah.
Talking some
I'm looking
football.
forward to it. Yeah.
I got to start looking into next month, putting the fantasy league together. Yay.
Yeah, definitely keep me posted on that. I'll do that as well.
Yeah, I think I think I want to shoot for like a 10-team league. I know there's a couple other guests that I've had on here that were like, hell yeah, let me know, I'm in. So I think that'd be really cool to get some former guests in there, as well as
Hey
some
man, I'll play for some money if anybody's interested. You know what I'm saying? Like I play in a couple other leagues. Well, I have my own league. And if you're interested as well. We had 12 teams last year. We'll do like 14 teams if we need to. Or sometimes I have people that drop out and I need to replace somebody.
Mhm.
But we do $100. And I just did on my league out of all them, first place wins $1,000, second place gets $200. My other league, the other league, they do 100, but with 14 of us, and they do 800 for first, 400 for second, and 200 for third. I don't do a third place. I'm like, nah, bump that champion. Like I want to make it worth something. Like you win $1,000, and then the runner up gets a little consolation prize. You made $100. You know what I mean?
You get your money back.
Yeah, like third place and all that. No, you don't get nothing, bro. You lose. You feel me?
If I learned anything from Ricky Bobby, if you ain't first, you're last.
Yeah, facts. I almost was gonna do that. I was like in the league. I was like, nah, man, just 1,200. You know what I mean, to whoever wins. But I was like, I'll give second place. Because I kind of feel you made it to the championship game.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Too. Yeah.
Yeah. Second is first loser. Well, that's right.
Do the losers of the Super Bowl get anything? Other than the fact that they can say they
got paid, they got an extra paycheck.
Yeah, they got an extra paycheck.
Yeah, they get some things. That's what I'm saying. So like, I'll give. They don't get a ring, they don't get a belt, they don't get bragging rights. But you made it to the championship. I'll give you 200. Out of the money.
Yeah, right.
But anyway, I'll tell you about that, and then you let me know. And if y'all want to put some money on the league, we'll put some money on it too. We could do less, like $25 each, $50 each, something, whatever.
Yeah, that's what we do in my personal league. It's like, is it 20 or 25? I can't remember. Yeah. I don't know. I tried to go higher, but everybody in my league is a bunch of cheapskates. So I was like, all right.
Well, I just feel like the season is long enough. It's like 4 months of playing. I'm like, $100 is $25 each one of those months. I mean, for me, I'd rather make it worth it for the hundo. You know what I mean? Exactly. I get it. You're thinking, but you're not gambling it that week. You're putting in a lot of work. Like, man, you're trading and maneuvering around all season long. Like, and I like playing it because it keeps football more interesting for me. Because otherwise, I'm mostly just watching my team. So now I'm like watching other teams like, yeah, man, I want this guy right here. I don't even know who this dude is. I'm like, I want this guy.
That's how it was for me when I started playing fantasy football, because I know one year the Browns were playing the Cowboys, and I had like Dak Prescott was my starter, and then I had like CeeDee Lamb or Cooper or something like that. The Browns were just stomping a mud hole in Dallas. And I was like, come on, you guys are killing me right now. But I had a couple Browns players. And then all of a sudden, here come Dallas in the second half coming back.
Right. Now your points are like.
Yeah, then my points are just going ape shit. But we were at a buddy's house, and there was a few of us there that were in the fantasy league. Yes, I'm a Browns fan, but yes, I was also cheering for Dak and Amari Cooper, and one of the other guys had a couple Cowboys on his roster, even though he was a Browns fan. They're like, what the hell are you guys doing? It was like, it's fantasy football, baby. All bets are off. Obviously I want the Browns to win, but I need these assholes to perform too. So,
That's right.
So, but yeah, we'll talk more about that when we get closer to it. I think we still got a couple of, we got what, another month and a half or 2 months before preseason, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, we'd have to draft in like a month and a half.
Yeah, mid-August, end of August.
Yeah, it had to be be drafting by the end of August, because the first season games will be in first week of September, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I appreciate you having me on here, man. I appreciate you playing my music. That's awesome. I appreciate you just listening to my music, even if you didn't play it on here.
No, well, we're gonna
So.
keep playing it. We're gonna keep playing it. Obviously, we're gonna be looking forward
Yeah,
to the
because
new
this
stuff.
is what I do. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? And in case y'all didn't know, it's
That's
Derek
Dirk
Wayne.
Wayne.
That's
Dirk
why they
Wayne.
play my music, because this is what I do. You know what I mean?
Yes, son. Straight fire.
Yeah, son.
Definitely looking forward to the new stuff. We'll be playing that as well, mixed in with all the other stuff, man. I would say keep in touch, but you and I do a pretty good job of keeping in touch in general.
Right.
So definitely anybody that you know of, like I said, send me over Steven's information. I'll hit him up. I had forgot about that already. I will try to remember that, and if not, if you think about it, say something to me again, because I'm sure he'd like to do it too. You know what I mean? If I forget or whatever, I'll shoot you a text or something that way.
Yeah, and he's done some cool stuff, man. He did a little project recently, man, with Bubba Sparks.
Nice.
Yeah, and he's worked with a few people, he's cool, and he got some cool music. He's doing like some country rap stuff too. That's cool. I like it.
Hell yeah. I'll definitely hit him up to see if we can get him on here as well. Everybody, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for hanging out. Derek Wayne, obviously, as always, much love to you, brother. Definitely appreciate you. Looking forward to getting back into the football talk again next year or this coming season. And again, like I said, everybody's been listening in Ohio. Shout out to Ohio. I didn't know y'all were listening to us out here. But apparently y'all got your fucking ears on. So hit us up, man. We can come and do live gigs for you.
Right. Yeah.
Blaze is like, shut the fuck up, Glick. All right. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and close the show out. We've been talking about it all night. You're welcome to drop down if you want, if you got to go. But I'm going to close the show out with enough. And then I'll come back and do my spiel. If I can get, I don't. They changed the layout on here, and I don't like it. Here we go.
I just want to steal you away. Midnight moon on a back road chase. Turn it up, girl, let the speakers shake. I just want to hold you close. Tailgate down on a 2-lane road, singing along to the radio. Out east in Tennessee, where the world don't bother you and me. Just feel that rush, you and me, that's enough. Way out on the county line, when the stars light up the sky. No need to say too much, look in your eyes, that's enough. That look in your eyes, falling in love. The look in your eyes, that's enough. Baby, we can take a ride, and we can leave the past behind. Ain't gotta worry about city lights, just you and me in the southern sky. Rolling down that gravel, dust in the breeze. Got my hand on the wheel, got your hand on my knee. Crickets singing harmony, fireflies glow. Ain't no place we'd rather be than way out here alone. Moonshine sipping, stars all glisten. Heartbeats racing while we both just listen. Country boy style with a hip-hop flow. Girl, you got me high like that radio. Out east in Tennessee, where the world don't bother you and me. Just feel that rush, you and me, that's enough. Way out on the county line, when the stars light up the sky. No need to say too much, look in your eyes, that's enough. That look in your eyes, falling in love. The look in your eyes, that's enough. Falling in love. Yeah, that's enough. Turn the key, let's drive. Hold my hand, chase the night. Leave it all behind where the world won't find us. We'll be fine, 'cause I just wanna steal you away. Midnight moon on a back road chase.
Yeah. That's my fucking jam, dude. I've been listening to the hell out of that song.
I like that song too, man. That's like I really like it too. I can be biased about myself, but I'm like, I really like that song, man. I feel like that's a song that could take off, you know, like people could really listen to that and, you know.
Hell yeah. Just enjoy it, man. It's one of those feel good songs. Get you moving around, whether you're driving down the back country road in the city, when you're stuck in traffic and you're pissed off and that comes on. It's just like, I'm not pissed off for the next 3 minutes.
Man, for sure.
But no, seriously, thank you again, dude. Appreciate you, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, make sure bro. I'm over here yawning.
Make sure y'all go follow Derek Wayne Douglas on Instagram.
Yeah, because this is what I do.
That's what he does, son. Straight ass gangster coming at you with that.
Yeah.
And don't forget to check us out, the Nonsensical Network. You guys will hear his music here all the time. We play a lot of Derek's music around here. Check us out. We're doing our shows. I think we're back on schedule. I think Wally's back on schedule Mondays and Thursdays. We're always live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. You can listen to all the shows anytime you want, wherever you listen to podcasts at. Tune in tomorrow night for our brand new show, our newish or so, Wild Card Wednesday. We like to change it up. It's a little midweek hangout session, and we never know what we're going to do from one Wednesday to another. But shout out to Blaze. We've got a paranormal investigator, ghost hunter, Curtis Collins, coming on to hang out with us tomorrow night. So we're going to be talking ghost hunting, paranormal, like right up my alley. So you guys are going to get to see me nerd out and geek out a little bit, and Blaze roll his eyes at me a whole lot. But I'm stoked for tomorrow night. Definitely looking forward to meeting Curtis as well. So tune in tomorrow night. I think 7 o'clock. We'll be kicking that off right here on the network. Wild Card Wednesday. I believe Wally is back Thursday with your reptiles and all that stuff. Blaze and Michael are back Friday night. I don't know what they're doing this Friday night, but it'll be movie related on Nonsense and Chill, because that is what they do. And then I think Cash and I will be back Saturday for Cash's Corner. And then who knows what's going to happen Saturday night, but I may not be here. So there may be a show, there may not be a show Saturday night. We'll have to wait and find out. But check out all the shows. Check us out. Give us a follow. Give us a like. Give us a share. And don't forget, 9 out of 10 grannies approve. Derek, you want to throw anything else out there before we get out of here?
Man, just this is what I do. I be rapping, I be tapping, I be happening, bing, ding, bing. You know what I'm saying? All right, come on, get at me, dog. Freestyle King.
King of the freestyle.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Let's get the hell out of here. I appreciate you, man. Looking forward to hanging out with you.
Yeah, same. I'm going to holler at you.
All right, definitely.
Nonsensical network, different flavor every day. Movie talks, new flicks hitting the display. Microphone magic, musicians spill the praise. From reptiles to motorsports, burning rubber craze. Football clashes, touchdowns, epic plays. New spinning, catching on the latest phase. Gleaming cars, engines roaring up the pace. Street tales, urban stories we embrace. Tune in, every week diverse. Groove to the beats, let the rhythm immerse. Lyrics flowing, ciphers full of verse. Nonsensical network, feel the universe. Interviews buzzing, stars in the circuit. Worlds of tapestry, pieces we interpret. Hip-hop to rap, the flow never stagnant. Reptilian tales, nature's arrangement. Cars with muscle, engines with might. Motorsports roaring, speed in the night. Discussions heated, always a delight. Network of nonsense, but the vibe's just right. Tune in, wait for that beat. Flow so seamless, feeling so sweet. Urban grooves, rhythm from the street. Nonsensical network, always on repeat.